So with that said, thank you very much for watching Jacob's Gaming Weekend. Be sure to subscribe, ding the bell to be notified about when new videos come out. Make sure to check out more of the Gaming Weekend and more Serenade of Caffeine. Smash that like button and share the video with your friends so they can figure out this exploit and also they can enjoy the fun times we're having here on the show. And I will see all of you whenever this is done. Bye-bye. Yeah, that should be enough. Hello everyone and welcome back to Jacob's Gaming Weekend. As you will remember, last week I left you all on a lurch. Well, I guess I wouldn't say a lurch, but it was easily the longest episode of Ratchet and Clank we've had so far. And it all ended here with us in this pipe on Planet Realgar in Blackwater City, glitching the game to be right underneath the ever-respawning crates from the hoverboard track, with the taunter being useful in its only time in the entire game to help us grind for bolts. And look at that, we're a little past 500,000 bolts as of now. I would try to max out the game, see how far we can go, but quite frankly, I have other things to do with my life than constantly sit here for 2 days waiting for this to max out. So instead, I'm gonna say, you give what you got. We've already got more than enough for the R.Y.N.O, and heck, I think even more than enough to afford all of the gold weapons should we try to get those later on. And I think even the nanotech upgrades, but you know, hey, those are all spoilers anyway. But we definitely have enough now. We've got more than enough now to afford the R.Y.N.O. So, I'm going to say, let's call it off here. And I'm going to take my wrench off the controller now and say, let's get back to actually playing the game. So, while we get back to playing the game, whoa! Hope there weren't any side effects from us doing that. Oh well. Okay, so I feel I might as well describe to you all how much effort and work it took to get that many bolts in this game. And the truth is that I had to kind of restart that counter at least 3 times. All sorts of different problems would happen. Mainly with it being an issue of trying to get the circle button to stay down on my controller. I certainly was not going to just sit here for ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And I think those bolts might be from when we were doing that. But I certainly wasn't going to sit here forever and ever and ever and ever and just wait for the bolt tick to max out. Because, you know, I actually do want to lead a life of substance and not just sit here every single day doing nothing but waiting for a bolt counter on a video game from 2002 to hit maximum. So it was a matter of trying to figure out how exactly do you get the circle button to stay down when you yourself are not necessarily planning on sticking around long enough to always be watching it to make sure you're holding it down yourself manually. And the trick is that I said, okay, well, I'm going to try. Uh-oh. Alright, I need to get back up to high ground.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
So, as you can see, yeah, the trick with this level is that the water is rising. And, you know, I've been trying my best to keep up with it. I don't think I'm doing too particularly great at that right now, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I may not be able to make this one. Oh, we'll see what happens though. If I can catch up, I may have to restart this. But luckily, the bolts will not have to be despawned, which will be very fortunate because I don't want to do another 48 hours of waiting for those to respawn. Okay. So, with that said, I mean, I still do have them, right? Yeah, I still got my 500,000, whatever. So, as you saw at the end of the last episode, my original thought was, okay, well, I'll use tape. I have some Gorilla duct tape, which, for those of you in the know, you recognize that would be the, some of the strongest tape you can get. You know, the glue is pretty thick, and, you know, like, you would think, okay, well, that'll keep it steady for a while, you know. And to a degree it did, but not necessarily to the amounts I would have preferred. It stuck on relatively well, but not massively successfully. So instead, what I had to do was say, okay, well, I need to figure out how to get the wrench thing to work, right? Because before I was trying to use the wrench trick patented by AVGN, and it just wasn't happening. It wasn't going for it. Mainly because the size of my controller wasn't necessarily the size of the wrench. And so eventually, after a while, I figured it out. But it took a long, long while. And in that long, long while, I would be going out and doing things, you know, in my daily life. And couldn't really... I don't know, what would the word be for it? I couldn't really always be here, and so what would happen is that I would go away, and then the circle button would eventually get unstuck, and then the game would be idle for a half an hour or however long it takes, and that would shut off the PlayStation and undo all my progress. Which meant that getting all those bolts took far, far longer than it needed to. I may have potentially still decided, hey, I'm gonna go for 48 hours and see, you know, what happens, how far we can get this up. But me trying to, you know, maximize the amount of bolts that were there, I had to eventually cave in on that and say, nope, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. You know, which is unfortunate, but it's one of those things that just has to happen sometimes. And, you know, I mean, like, in the end, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the counter here. And like I've said many times before, I'm not looking for 100% completion, but I did want to get the R.Y.N.O. And I think people would have been unhappy if I didn't get the R.Y.N.O. and show it off. And I don't really know about my video game abilities to get it just on its own based off of my prowess, especially because, as I'd been talking about earlier, I was in a bit of a bolt recession there before we kicked into that trick. So anyway, I'm going to talk to this guy.
Hey, press conference is over. Captain Quark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Okay, that's most definitely Kevin Michael Richardson again.
About a matter of galactic security.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it.
But, sir, I'm sure the Captain Quark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in, you snap a picture of the captain in his underpants, then you celebrate...
I don't think we've ever seen Captain Quark in his underpants.
You've got it all wrong.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 bolts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Quark. So you don't get in unless I get a kickback. In advance.
Well, his jaw did mean business. Okay. Bribe the bouncer with 4,000 bolts. Alright.
You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door opens.
Captain Quark?
What's that?
It's Ratchet and Clank, Captain. You know, from the...
Oh, yes, I know who you are.
You do?
Yes, and thank the galaxy you found me.
Huh?
There's an awful plot being hatched to destroy our planets.
Ratchet, he knows.
And he hasn't done anything yet.
Overboarding now?
My friends, we're all in grave danger, and I believe that together we can put a stop to this madness.
They did the little imagination rainbow sound effect on his fingers there.
Imagination.
I've been keeping an eye on you. I've never seen anyone with such raw talent. You are a true hero in the making.
Really? You mean I could be famous?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here, take this.
This is always enjoyable.
What makes one man toil in obscurity while another becomes a hero? Is it strength, compassion, determination, or just pure blind luck?
Well, it's a bit of a mixture of all those things.
But Captain Quark knows the secret.
Does he?
That's why he's been able to defeat more despots, rescue more damsels in distress, and save more civilizations than any other hero in the galaxy.
That's nice.
Now is your opportunity to see if you've got the stuff heroes are made of. This infobot contains coordinates to Quark's secret base. Can you quickly conquer Quark's killer cannon?
It says Mom.
Can you quickly can you quickly Oh, just make your way through the defenses to the center of the base. Prove yourself, learn the secret, and earn your place in galactic history. Consult your doctor before attempting any strenuous exercise. Not responsible for death or dismemberment. Your results may vary. Meet me at my headquarters.
Hey, Captain Ratchet, what do you think?
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
Oh, they're so young and naive. Alright, well, anyway, before we head out of here completely, because we are done with Planet Rilgar now, especially, I guess I should, while I'm here, and now after I've grinded for bolts for 2 days, I should probably go and get the R.Y.N.O.
Oh, this thing is heavy!
Yeah, try carrying it around in your trench coat for 2 months.
Thank you, sir. We'll be sure to tell everyone about your services.
Listen, you little twerp. If you tell anyone what you saw or what we talked about,
Do I even have to say it?
yous two have a nice day.
You just purchased the R.Y.N.O. Let's not use it. Okay, folks, so actually, here's a little trick called editing. I went to the Quark headquarter planet, and once I touched down and the opening cutscene there played, I immediately remembered that I forgot to do something here on Planet Iridia. And instead of risking the comments section yelling at me saying, hey, you forgot this part of the game, I'm just going for it here and saying, okay, well, I do remember now, and I'm going to take care of it in post-haste.
Fantastic! You got it! Great work, kid.
So, are you gonna represent me?
You bet, kid. And as a signing bonus, I've got this.
Cool helmet.
That is a sonic summoner. It is used to attract sand mice.
Right, and it's all yours. Well, I'm off to finalize the paperwork. I'll have my people call your people.
Do you have people?
The sonic summoner allows you to interact with the mysterious and intelligent sand mice species.
I see they didn't remaster this. Yeah, I mean, I guess they couldn't because it's pre-rendered video that's in the original 4x3.
Sand mouse house, and a mouse will emerge to greet you. If the mouse likes you, it may offer a bit of high-caliber tactical assistance.
Here's a twist. The mouse will always like you, no matter what you do. Hi there, Sand Mouse. Welcome to our journey. So I guess, well, to display, he does that. That's what the Sand Mouse does. I actually think it's telling that this is episode 9 of the series so far, because this planet does kind of represent the end of Act 1 of the game.
Welcome to my challenge course. Now is your chance to prove yourself strong and brave, like me.
You didn't say that bit into the microphone.
You'll join in my fight against evil.
Haven't we done enough already?
What? I can't hear you.
I said, haven't we done?
Sorry, still having trouble. Tell me later.
Later? We might be dead by then.
What?
All right, Clank, let's get going.
So, let's get the swing shot out and swing to our heart's content. So, this level is a bit, I don't know, it's not exciting too much for me, at least. I think there are better levels out there in this game. But, for what it is, it's decent. You use the blaster a lot in this level, in my opinion. Like, this is a good time to blast it up. So, I guess I could talk about Insomniac right now. They've kind of got a second wind going for them right now. Insomniac, as you don't know, or as you do know, are the original developers and makers of Ratchet and Clank. So, funny thing, When I first started this series, I said that they had kind of been on a holding pattern because they had spent the majority of their time on the past console doing mainly just more Ratchet and Clank games, which, you know, is not a bad thing, not inherently wrong, but I just noticed it as like a, fascinating that they aren't, you know, doing something different. And then, like, a couple of weeks after I say that, they put out Spider-Man on the PS4, and everyone loves it. And I just had to ask, how's that game, everyone? Is it good? I haven't played it. I own a PS4, but I haven't bothered to try to get any games for it. I'm, you know, because I'm not really a gamer, so it's like, hey, why would I do that? But I like Spider-Man though, so maybe. Come on, just hit the. Alright, I'm gonna have to run through all this again because I cannot aim for crap. The mines. Okay, come on. Alright, well, hopefully we will get more ammo for the blaster here soon because I am running low. It is my go-to weapon, and that I recognize that is why I'm always constantly perpetually running out of ammo for it, is because I enjoy it too much. So it becomes quite easy for me to try to handle every enemy with the blaster and not necessarily, you know, like, be able to keep up with all the ammo. So I'm sitting here on 1 health left, which is really annoying, and the fact that it keeps showing me I only got 1 health left does not really help my case at all. Is there nanotech on that ledge there? If there is, I'm gonna refill this with water, but if there isn't, then I'm going to... Nah, well, I could use the bolts though, because I'm already, like, clearly running a gambit on buying ammo, so might as well go grab those as well. There's a nice scenery. Can I comment on actually the nice scenery there and the planet over there? Like, I'll give credit's due, even for a game from 2002. This looks pretty cinematic sometimes. I really need some nanotech. I don't like seeing Ratchet's ears droop like that. He looks pretty. The guy's pretty worn out. Let's just admit that to ourselves right now. He's clearly, you know, tired. And he needs some health, and I totally get that. If only I could find it. There it is. Yeah, there we go. We're back in the game. You use the Hydro Displacer a lot in this level, which isn't necessarily exciting, but it does mean you're watering up the holes. Ow, bugger! I'm still at 2 health. Well, now I'm at 1 health again. And you're still useless, so let's just put you out of your misery. You work with what you got. And sometimes you don't know what you got till you lose it. And I lost health. And that's really what the crux of this whole game is about, is really you lose health. I mean, that's what the crux of every game is about, really. Crystal blue! I can't see. There we go. We're nearing the end here of this obstacle course, which will be quite pleasant when we do. I should probably handle these, shouldn't I? You know, Captain Cork, your obstacle course is actually far less difficult when you have a Hydro Displacer, because it's all water-based obstacles, really, at least as far as I can tell. That seems to be the main gist of everything we're doing here. And I'm still at 2, which is not necessarily where I want to be, but it's where I'm at. Okay, and go that. You got processor ammo, some blaster ammo can be really useful. Alright, but you're giving me this now. Is it just dependent on what I use? Yeah, there we go. 11 doom blaster. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, and these, please. Alright, yeah, more blaster ammo. Fantastic. And look, it's Captain Quark! Well, let's see. What's that there? Well, let's see what he's got to say. We've completed his obstacle course.
Well, well. You two continue to surprise me.
Wow, you said that rather sinisterly.
Heroes, and I will finally give you what you deserve.
Ratchet, this is no time for you to become cautious. We have reached our goal.
I don't know. There's something fishy going on here.
Listen to your little metal friend, Ratchet.
You know, the fact that you're acting now so suddenly sinister and kind of aggressive kind of suggests that something isn't quite right.
Drek,
Why, thank you, Clank. You've been most helpful.
Get off of me, you idiot!
I love it when a plan comes together.
And trust me, Quark, it's not going to for you for a long, long, long time. So enjoy this once.
He's gonna kill us!
You catch on quick. Although there is one problem with your hypothesis. I'm not going to kill you.
You're not?
No, he is.
Remember the guy we saw from the Big Al commercial?
But why? It's really not that difficult to decipher. I'm the official spokesman for Drek's new planet. I can't have you two getting in the way of my comeback.
How can a planet have a spokesman?
No. But it will be soon.
Alright, well, let's have fun here. Because we might as well. Let's use the R.Y.N.O. Alright, well, that's taken care of there. And he's now got down to his little bit there. He's going to blast the ground because that really accomplishes a lot. And, oh, he's jumped back there. And he's already... Oh, is he back down yet? He is now. This is making this fight so easy. Okay, just crawl back over here, man. You can do it, I believe in you. You've got the power. Alright, well... Whoa, alright. So is that laser vision that he's using there? Oh, man, things are just not going my way right now, are they? This fight was easy now that I have the R.Y.N.O. Alright, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Snagglepuss. Let's go take care of this, why don't we?
I wonder what that infobot is for.
Maybe it can replace you.
Who knows?
We're pinned down! We're pinned down! The ships are hammering our position from the air! That was a little too close! We need support! Now! Actually, I need support! My entire battalion went AWOL and left me to fight this war on my own! If the enemy doesn't kill those guys, I will!
He's gonna go Suburban Commando on him!
Requesting immediate assistance! Over and out!
Those are Drek's ships destroying that planet. We must help that commando.
Are you serious? That's it! I am out of here! Captain Quark is gonna be sorry he messed with me.
This is not about Captain Quark anymore. There are innocent lives being lost.
Yeah? Well, I'm done with this stupid hero stuff. I got my own agenda now.
Ratchet, this is not like you.
What do you know about me? You've spent this whole time looking for Quark. You don't know anything about me.
I know that you will do the right thing.
Well, right now the thing I want to do is find Quark. How do you start this stupid thing?
Have you forgotten? You need a robotic ignition system. I will start the ship if you agree to help that commando.
See, this is something that the Gaming Brit show talked about in his video on the Ratchet remake, but there is a fundamental difference between the conflict of your story in Act 2 being a revenge tale and the conflict in your story in Act 2 being the hero doesn't believe in himself anymore and has to be told that he actually can accomplish things. Which is what they did in the remake, and that's 10 times worse. And they gave Captain Quark too much sympathy to make him, you know, a lovable, you know, comic relief character that no one hated too much. And, you know, that's not the point. The point is that Captain Quark should be an archetype of, like, cocky heroes that don't really have people's best values in mind. They're only in it for fame and glory. You know, whereas Clank provides the ethical moral center. but he isn't really in the remake too much. Like, he's off on the sidelines, just pushed to the side for a long period of the game.
Add attention, you deserting maggots!
Yay!
The next time you soldiers try to go AWOL, I'll shoot you myself!
Look,
Okay, what the hey? Like, that, how's that gonna accomplish anything?
You don't get to the turrets and knock those ships out of the sky, this whole planet's gonna be rubble!
Why are you talking to them as if they're recruits as well? They weren't part of your battalion. They're not dressed up in army clothes anyway. They're clearly not... What are you talking about next time you soldiers go AWOL?
At least I'm not a coward.
whatever. As soon as I find Quark, I'm selling you for scrap.
Okay, the one obnoxious thing about Act 2 is that... Whoa! I'm gonna be calling it off there now that we're here on this rainwater planet. So anyway... Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and ding the bell to be notified about when new videos come out. Smash that like button, share the video with your friends. Make sure to check out more of the Gaming Weekend and more Stay to Caffeine. And I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye! Hey, everyone. I want to apologize most sincerely for talking into the wrong end of the microphone this entire episode. I didn't notice I was doing that, and I did after I taped this. I'm really sorry.